We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
U.S. soldiers under attack. UN employees fired for participating in the October 7th attack on Israel. Stocks prepare to rebound after a disastrous day, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Several U.S. personnel were injured in a rocket attack at the Ain al-Assad air base in western Iraq, according to U.S. defense officials. At least 2 Katyusha rockets were fired towards the base. The official said that several U.S. personnel were injured during the incident. Base personnel are conducting a post-attack damage assessment, the official added. We will provide updates as more information becomes available. Officials have not released the exact number of injuries. A source told Reuters that the rockets fell inside the base. The controversial Biden-Harris parole program, which allows tens of thousands of migrants to travel into the U.S. each month, has been halted due to fraud on the sponsor side. The revelations of fraud are already building pressure on the program to be scrapped altogether. The Department of Homeland Security has temporarily paused the issuing of advanced travel authorizations for the program, which has allowed up to 30,000 nationals from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela to travel into the U.S. each month and enter legally under the administration's use of parole if they meet certain conditions. Shut it down permanently, Speaker Mike Johnson said on Friday. This program should have never existed in the first place. It's just another way the Biden-Harris administration has welcomed hundreds of thousands of aliens into our country unchecked. 9 staff members of the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees, also known as UNRWA, were found to have been involved in the October 7th, 2023 Hamas attack on Israel and have been fired, the United Nations said on Monday. For 9 people, the evidence was sufficient to conclude that they may have been involved in the 7th of October attacks, Deputy Spokesperson Farhan Haq told a UN briefing. He was referring to findings of the UN Office of Internal Oversight Services, which he said had completed an investigation into the alleged involvement of 19 UNRWA staff members in the attacks, 2 of whom have since died. Monday's announcement confirms the dismissal of 9 of them, Hack said. He also said the records of the remainder would be reviewed. A federal judge ruled that Google engaged in illegal practices to preserve its search engine monopoly, delivering a major antitrust victory to the Justice Department in its effort to rein in Silicon Valley tech giants. Google, which performs about 90% of the world's internet searches, exploited its market dominance to stomp out competitors, U.S. District Judge Amit P. Mehta in Washington, D.C., said in a long-awaited ruling. Google is a monopolist, and it has acted as one to maintain its monopoly, Mehta wrote in his 276-page decision released on Monday, in which he also faulted the company for destroying internal messages that could have been useful in the case. Markets steadied early Tuesday, with Japan's Nikkei clawing back a big chunk of the brutal losses from Monday's mayhem, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average posting its worst day in nearly 2 years as worries over the health of the U.S. economy sparked a global market sell-off. The Dow dropped 1,033.99 points, or 2.6%, to end at 38,703.27. The Nasdaq Composite lost 3.43% and closed at 16,200.08, while the S&P 500 slid 3% to end at 5,186.33. The blue chip Dow and S&P 500 registered their biggest daily losses since September 2022. Japan's stock market posted its worst drop since Wall Street's Black Monday in 1987, contributing to fears of global turmoil in the markets. Fears of a U.S. recession were the main culprit for the global market meltdown after Friday's disappointing July jobs report. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.